Welcome back to Drama Voice, where real life meets healing conversations. This is a space for growth, truth, and restoration. Because inspiration alone isn't enough, I'm your girl, Dr. Germination, and this is Drama Voice. My Drama Germs, your children are watching your habits. Stop normalizing what is slowly harming us. Obesity isn't about looks, it's about longevity. Here at Drama Voice, we're going to talk about the hard truth about obesity. Let's be honest, obesity is quietly destroying our families. Not because people are lazy, not because people don't care, but because we've normalized unhealthy living. We celebrate excess, we ignore stress, we move less, we sleep less, we complain more, we laugh less, and then we act surprised by diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, stroke, mental health, name it. This is not about shame, this is about responsibility. If you want to lead your family, right, you must protect your health by all costs. If you want to see your grandchildren or be around to bury your parents and not the other way around, you must take care of your body seriously. Weight loss is not cosmetic, it is strategic. I'll tell you something, I wasn't always like this. Before I delivered my children, I was always declared obese, at least for the second one. It took a whole lot of work. And I'll tell you what I did. It's not always, the GLP-1s have not always been there. All of those Ozempic, tirzepatide, they've not always been there. How did we do it at that time? You start small, move daily, eat intentionally. You don't need a big plate. You need a healthy plate. We talk about those portion sizes. Stop drinking your calories. Discipline is self-love. Leading your family require strong bodies. Strong bodies equal strong families. Obesity is complex. It is. In fact, it is the most devastating pandemic we have. We talk about COVID. COVID came and gone, and it's gone, right? It lingers around, but it's gone. But talk about obesity, we are still dealing with the realities of obesity up until today. Our children in school, their body shapes, what happens? Our spouse, our loved one, as parents. Obesity is the real pandemic that we have. It involves stress, trauma, hormones, busy schedule. Life happens. But here's the hopeful part. Small changes matter. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. One walk, one better choice, one glass of water instead of soda. That's how change begins. Not with shame, with compassion and commitment. Love yourself enough to fight for your health. I had to do that. I love myself so much, I knew I had to do something. I wasn't always the exercise part, but I had to do something for my husband, for my children, for my mom, for my family, for my community, for my friends. Your children are watching more than you think. They're watching how you eat, how you argue with each other, how you handle stress, how you care for your body. Health is not vanity, it is leadership. And leadership starts at home. Leadership begins in the mirror. When you look at yourself, are you proud of yourself? Are you happy with yourself? Obesity isn't the real crisis that we have. What we have normalized, it's the real crisis. Because we say to each other, it's fine. You see a kid, instead of intervening early, no. But if there's delayed speech, we want to intervene. What about obesity? What about we've normalized it? Oh, my kid is just in a family, we're bigger. The kid is going to be okay. You know, we have family history of diabetes, obesity, and strokes and all of this. We've made it become normal, but it doesn't have to be so. My drama germ, love is discipline. And if you love yourself, you want to be healthy. Health is an act of love. Be the example and start to lose weight today. I'll tell you how. Drop in your comments below if you want to know how I lost all the weight from 300 and something pounds to now maybe 145 or 50, I don't know, but I feel good about myself. My children feel good because they see that their mother has done everything possible to be healthy, right? And they watch that, they internalize that, and they start to love their vegetables, to take walks with our dog Petra, to go to the gym, to wake up at 5 o'clock and exercise. And during Lent, like we are right now, to actually fast. But we'll talk more about that. If you want to know more, please drop down in the comments below. If this episode spoke to you, take a deep breath. Know you're not alone. Share. Share it with someone who needs it. Until next time, protect your peace and honor your journey. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Friday.